What's up, gang? How you doing? My watch came in earlier than I thought. Isn't that a bonus? My cat is crying in the background. So it's just like a normal Sunday show. Good evening, Watches on Wood. Good evening, Chris J. Happy New Year. Happy 2025, everybody. How's everybody doing? We got like 5 people watching for something I set up 5 minutes ago. Hey, one per minute. So yeah, I did get a new watch. I'm not sure if we're going to do an official unboxing right now or not. Hold on. I might have to let the cat out. I'll keep talking though. You guys keep watching. I'll keep talking. We'll see if what we're going to do about this new watch. I may let you guys know what it is, and then how's your cholesterol levels? They're horrible, JT Harry. I eat way too much breakfast food to set you guys up with pictures of my breakfast. Hold on. Come on, Shanna. Let the cat out. The cat is out of the bag. Or will we be letting the cat out of the bag? Yes, my cholesterol levels are horrid. Horrid. Although I did take something for it. I can't remember what it is. Some sort of cholesterol medicine they put me on. What are you going to do? You only live once. You might as well enjoy it. That's what I say. What do you say? How's everybody doing? All 4 of you. Do you guys maybe JT Harry says it's hard too. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. They've come down since they put me on this medication, but I eat a lot of crap. Part of it's my the surgeon's fault. So when they did the open heart surgery, the nurses and they have the dietitians and everybody come in, oh, you're gonna do this, that. The surgeon came in, he's like, Al, you're all clean and good. You can eat whatever you want. Just take your medicine. I was like, oh, that sounds better than the truth. Does anybody here follow me on TikTok? I don't know. If so, you have clues. Watches on Wood. How are you, sir? Did you pick up any new pieces? I know you've been flirting around with the idea of the super racing, which once I like my new watch, this is still so good. Such a good watch. Everyone should have one of these. Hey, maybe we'll go see if Tim Wright will let me on his stream and we'll unbox it on his show. Such a silly man. Oh man. I'm assuming he's doing the 24-hour spectacular. Hopefully he is. Hopefully he's well. Don't care. So I'm torn on what to do about this watch because it came in so much earlier than I thought. I really expected to get it Thursday because of the holiday, and they sent it overnight priority, and I had it at 10 o'clock this morning because it was fast. The FedEx guy came in and he goes, I knew this was for you. I think he brings every time I get a watch shipped, he's the one that brings it. Watson Wood says I'm holding off for now. I need to sell some because I just don't wear them and I get the guilt. Yes. Bob, we're trying to discern that if we're doing an unboxing right now. I guess it depends on if we get enough people in here to do a proper unboxing. Or I could just unbox it for you guys, swear you to secrecy, and then delete the stream when we're done. Logan Hall's Girl Streams. Please go to Logan Hall's Girl Streams. Good stuff. Whoa, is it Sunday morning already? Happy New Year, Logan Hall. Oh yeah, that's right. You have a unboxing coming. Absolutely. We'd love to unbox on this. be unboxing my stream. That would be awesome. We got BW in the chat. He says, Happy New Year, everyone. BW. One of the watch some wood. Good idea. 20 upvotes says we'll do the unboxing. That's interesting. We got 5 right now. So we're 15 away from an actual live unboxing. What do you guys think of that? Somebody needs to watch the count for me. It's the one thing you can't see in StreamYard is that you have to go back over to YouTube, and then you need to refresh it because it just stays static. So 20 upvotes, and we'll do an unboxing. So right now I'm wearing the Omega Speedmaster Super Racing with Spyrate technology, my new favorite watch. I mentioned on JJ's stream the other night that I thought it was kind of weird. We were talking about the extensive catalog for Omega, and I said, one of the things when you go to the 2 counters, and the 2 counters, that's not even all of the Bicompax register chronographs, Speedmasters, because the 57s aren't in there. They're in the Heritage Collection or whatever. But you have to scroll halfway down the page to find this watch. And why I find that funny is it's a newer watch, but what it really has is the best movement technology that they put out. It's the only one that has the Spyrate system. And you have to go searching to find the dang thing. It's crazy. We do have 7 people and 7 upvotes, so we're on our way. We just need to find 13 more people. I don't know. But then, do we swear you to secrecy? If we swear you to secrecy and then you can't... the link is pinned at the top of the chat, too, if anybody wants to pop on. You're always more than welcome to. It is almost 10 after 9 here on the East Coast of the United States of America. But yeah, if anybody wants to pop on, you are more than welcome to. But my watch came early and it was very exciting. I don't know what to do. Really expected to get it Thursday and I was going to box it Sunday. But then it's here today. And the hard part is I've taken pictures and videos of it that I can't share on the Instagram because nobody knows what it is yet. What on earth is a boy to do? This Arthur Bob is a Swiss super compressor. You do know I love a good Swiss super compressor. I've owned 4 of them, I think. I've had a couple legend divers. The Polaris was a super, not truly a super compressor, but a super compressor style watch. George Voorhees is in the house. George, how are you, sir? Good evening. Good to see you. So, George, you are going to be very disappointed in my watch, I think. So, what do you guys... I've mentioned quite a few watches that I have had a lot of interest in. 2 of them are indeed IWCs, George. Please, God, don't let this be another IWC. So obviously, I always go and I make you guys look at the Aqua Timer from IWC. And you also know that I love the Big Pilots 43 and the Mark 20. I like the Mark 20 a lot too. They're all solid watches. The new ones all have the new IWC movement in it since 2022. The in-house stuff. Where are we at on our upvotes? We are at 8 upvotes. Remember, Watch Some Wood set the rule. 20 upvotes equals an unboxing. Howdy, Orko. How are you, sir? Good to see Orko. Always good to see everybody. Anybody who stops in on any of my shows, you have no idea how happy I am to have anybody show up. I mean, it's pretty amazing to me that people all over the country, the continent, and the world really show up to listen to this dribble and drabble, if you will. But yeah, so I completed the deal on this watch. It's really late Friday, but everything went through early Saturday, and I wanted it sized, and I wanted uh and then to have them deliver it. So they were talking like prior, like 2 day priority or something. I was like, that's fine. Originally, the estimate said they would ship it. I would have it Wednesday, which I have them shipped to the dealership. So in case there's a lot of times there's no one to sign here. I don't want them left on my porch. I don't, anything like that. Obviously, I don't want to like sign. Sometimes you can sign in advance for them and they'll drop them, but that's not good. So I have them delivered to the dealership. So if I'm not available, they take everything back to the parts department and they can sign for it and bring it out to me. And so I figured I wouldn't have it till Thursday. I thought Thursday, maybe even Friday. I didn't know. So I was like putting off the unboxing. The damn thing came really early. I just don't know what to do. And aside from super compressors, everyone is afraid to try and guess what it is that I may have done. Oh, you guys know we've talked about a lot of watches. We talked about 3 IWCs: the Mark 20, the Aqua Timer, obviously, and the Big Pilot 43. All watches I love. Doc Beck in Florida. Good to see you, sir. How are you? Good to see you. We've talked about the Oris Big Crown Pro Pilot Colson limited edition. I love that watch. We've talked about, what else have we talked about? Oh, the Longines, 2 Longines actually. A new Zulu time and the Ultrachron, the high beat. Orca says, I'm guessing either the Aqua Timer or the Ultra Deep. Those are good guesses because those are also big watches. Because I do love them. I love myself a big watch. We've talked about the Ultra Deep. We talked about the new bracelet Aquaterras, which you guys know I love that. Doing good. How we doing on the upvotes? We need 20. Watch on Wood says it. If we get to 20 upvotes, we can do an unboxing. We're at 10. We're halfway there. So if you've not upvoted, please do. Or don't if you don't care. You may not want to see the watch. George may be hitting the anti-upvote button just in case it's an IWC. We've talked about the Rolex Explorer 40. We've also talked about the OP41 and the James Cameron. Those are, all possibilities. Could be anything. Could be my favorite brand. What's my favorite brand? Well, it's Omega. We know that. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you guys. I know that I'm wearing the Super Racing. I love it. It's a cool watch. I don't know if you my Lume. Let's see. I don't know if it's too bright to make this Lume. The Lume on this thing is kind of yellowy. Kind of different. But I do love this watch and I love this bracelet. It's a cool piece. So this watch is 44.25 millimeters. Did I go bigger? Did I go smaller? Dr. Bob says 7 to go. I love that you're signed. You're signed from what's it says? Slow down. It's cool. Oh man, but I don't know. We are indeed at the 13 upvote threshold. And so, do we does so Orco thinks it's an aqua or the aqua timer or the ultra deep. Orc says I don't have any alternate accounts or I'd use them. George Voorhees with a $20 super chat. Always appreciate your content, Lucha, even if it's another IWC. Wishing you and yours and everyone in the chat a healthy and happy New Year. Absolutely. Happy New Year, everyone. I hope everyone has a happy, healthy, and successful New Year. You know, we want everyone to be happy and healthy and successful. But Dr. Bob says he swears he did not see anything. He pinky swears. Even. We're still sitting at the 13 upvote button. I'm thinking it's the Decubitus because you like big ugly watches. I do love a big ugly watch, but the Decubitus. But the other part is, this watch list said 11.6. That's really stretching where I like to pay for watches, and again, I make no judgment on this. You can spend whatever you want on watch. That's just mentally, fiscally, trying to be fiscally responsible. I try to stay, kind of 10 grand and under. It's a what are you gonna do? Quorum Gold Admiral's Cup. Yes. How'd you guess, George? How did you guess? Dr. Bob says, I made 3 alternate accounts and they're not salty at all. They troll me. Ungrateful bastards. Rat bastards. Who doesn't hate a rat bastard troll account that you create and then it trolls you? Why is that even a thing? How can that be a thing? It's tough out there in YouTube. It's tough in the streams. The streams are hard. Hard work. We got the Lucha signal up. Let's see. Yeah, the rest of that's just old stuff. We've seen all this. We saw my breakfast hash. Yeah, I didn't add any pictures today, really, because I took a bunch of pictures of something. I just haven't been able to show them. Because there's been no official announcement of what the watch is. So I don't know what to do. It's kind of, I said I was paring back on the number of watches. And I moved on from the CK859. I moved on from the Jaeger-LeCoultre Polaris, and I moved on from the Seamaster 300M. Orco says your fried eggs always look perfect. I've been doing mine in a small cast iron lately. Yeah, I've been cooking so many eggs for you guys. I mean, eggs are not always easy to cook. It seems like they should be, but they really aren't. So that makes makes eggs tough to deal with. Hold on 1 second. I grab my phone. It's over there making noises. I'll be right back. Keep talking. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll talk from over here across the room. But it was the watch that I bought is a watch that I've liked for a while. It's obviously I'd say it's up 17.7 at the half. Good, good, good. It was 14.7, so good to see. My usual method. So I take a little bit of butter and a little bit of oil and heat that up. Then I put the egg in and I turn the heat down and then I just kind of let it go. Sometimes if there's times I'll cover it if it's not cooking the top of the white enough, but usually I'll just let it go really low like that until it cooks from the bottom up through. Um, and then I just let it, let it go from there. Doc Mick says use a ring shaped cookie cutter and fry them slowly. I have rings for when I make breakfast sandwiches. I actually have those rings. Um, they're good. Marine Lair, welcome. How are you? He says, looks good. Thank you. That was my hot honey ham hash and eggs from Sunday. Do you baste with butter? Sometimes I'll do the basting method. Depends. So you can tell when they're real clean, like this one is. I didn't do that. I just let it go real low, let it cook from the bottom up. If it's a little more fried on the edges and a little more color in the white, then I basted it. It just kind of depends on my mood and what I'm doing. Because a lot of times you're like buttering toast or English muffins and getting the finishing touches on the hash and stuff while you're doing all that, starting your plating. And the egg obviously is last. George's eggs always start out sunny side up and finish scrambled. Clam says that breaks the microbrand myth. It's the journey and not the watch brand. You go. Anyone's in the game if you break it down. Yes. Yeah, I like there's micro brands and independents. I just there's a certain budget I have for watches, and it's just a lot of it's based on I like to retire in a few years. I'm not a young spry lucha anymore. I'm an old dude. So, but yeah, so the egg thing really not rocket science, but if you do it right, it's not hard. A lot of people put way too much thought and stuff into it. Oh, sorry, in my ear. But yeah, so just to remind everybody, Watch on Wood says 20 upvotes for unboxing. How would I like to spend my retirement? Basically, just kind of doing my normal everyday life, a little bit of traveling, hanging out with some friends, watch collecting, the usual. Nothing, I don't have like grand plans or anything like that, or I just relax. I work a lot, car dealership life, although it's not hard labor, it's time intensive work. It is at the end of the day, managing car dealership sales department is retail. So you're there a lot. You have to be there for your customers. So I spend a lot of time at the dealership. The hours have gotten better here lately, but I can remember days when I'd get there at 8:30. I mean, there was a lot of times I wouldn't leave till midnight. And I don't mean I got there at 8:30 at night there, Dr. Bob, before you say that. 8:30 in the morning. Now we're only open till 8 most, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And so post COVID, your evening traffic isn't nearly as bad. It's a hobby. It is. So is cooking. Yeah, I like to cook too. Have more time to make some dishes, which is always a good way to spend some time. I love food. I love cooking. It's relaxing to me. What's the average APR at 60 months these days? It's come down. It's kind of, come down, and depending on your credit, high fives to, and up. So it has come down. I mean, it was still a while there. It was high. It was, sevens, eights. So it's funny. I was telling somebody the other day, Wrangler's still, their APR special is still 6.9 on a Wrangler. I'm like, I can beat that. You keep your rebate money. They'll do 0% short term, like 36 months. But tis what it is. Have any how many upvotes we at? Ooh, we're 5 away from a potential unboxing. Then I might have to swear you all to secrecy so we can re-unbox it. I don't know. We got 14 people in the room. We got 15 upvotes. That must mean I've upvoted. So if you haven't hit the upvote, Watch on Wood says we can't. If we get to 20, you get to see what my new watch is. Those are the rules. I didn't even make the rules. Watches on Wood made the rules. Because, let me refresh that. There may be something on there. Let's see. Yes. Because this showed up today. Very early. Very, very early. Compared to what I was thinking. So we shall see. 20 upvotes and we'll take a peek. Dr. Beck in Florida, I love my Citadel mark. Oh, cool. Yeah, absolutely. Why wouldn't you? Father Artifacts in the chat. Good to see you, Father Artifact. If you guys, first off, if you have Instagram, obviously go check me out at the Lucha Mark. But check out Dear Artifacts Instagram. He takes amazing watch photos, and him and his father have an amazing watch collection and a shared love for the hobby that makes the pictures are amazing and the watches are amazing, and it's just cool. And again, just because I'm not the biggest, say Rolex fan, and I don't dislike Rolex, I just, I've owned a few. It's just they're not really my go-to. But he's beautiful pictures of all these Rolexes, including his Explorer 36, the Le Mans. Maybe my favorite watch he has. He's got that chocolate Datejust Artifact does it. I think it's just an amazing watch. Clam, can you say hi to my wife Sally? She's got the bug going around. Love the content. The bug is going around. Everybody at the dealerships had the bug. I've gotten a little bit of it. But hello, Sally. How are you? I hope you're feeling better soon. I hope your 2025 is great. That's awesome. But yeah, the chocolate Datejust is just such a good looking watch. It's so sweet. Holy crap. We're only 3 upvotes away. Damn. What are we going to do? You guys sure you want to see this thing? Gatsby says, hey, Mark, can't think of a better way to end the year than to see your latest Omega. There's a good chance. So what did we run down? We run down a few IWCs that I talk about incessantly. That Urs Colson limited edition Big Pilot. The obviously all the Omega, the entire Omega catalog. I love them all pretty much. What else have we talked about? Maybe there's a clue in what I've gotten rid of lately. I don't have an Aquaterra right now. You guys know how weird that makes me feel and how much it makes me sometimes want to go buy another Aquaterra. I don't technically have a dive watch because I sold the 300M. I sold the Polaris, which really wasn't a dive watch because it was only 100 meters water resistant. But that's gone. The CK859's gone. I could have bought another dress watch. Did I buy something bigger than 44.25 millimeters? Did I buy something thicker than 14.9? I don't know. There's a few of those watches out there as well. I'm talking about the Breitling Chronomat that I like, the one Grand Seiko that I like, the SB285, whatever it is, the Mistflake GMT, which I handled at Teddy's place and was an amazing watch. Absolutely amazing. That watch is, let's see, let's get on where are those Teddy pictures at? Or this watch. I love this watch. It's not available yet, but I love the black version as well with the new bracelet. Bum, 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 bum. We've talked about the Ultra Deeps. I do love myself an Ultra. I think Orko guessed that. That was one of his guesses. There's the new bracelet Aquaterra. That watch is fire. That's the shades. It's just a bit small on my wrist. That's the terracotta. Again, Father Artifact has the saffron, I believe. I really like that watch a lot more than I thought I would. The color is beautiful on it. Did I do something like a Nami timer? I didn't do this. I'll just throw it out there. I did not do a Gloshuta original, but this watch surprised me at how much nicer it was in person than I remember. But the watch that really surprised me out of this whole bunch, that's Teddy's shop out there. The watch that shocked me that I liked it as much as I did was this thing, the Mistflake, I think they call it. Beautiful watch. Happy New Year, Buckley. How are you? Yeah, Chris Chase. It reminds everybody we're a few upvotes away from an unboxing. It's true. And Aquaterra is really nice. It's a great watch. I love it. Did I get a world timer? Maybe I don't know. What did I get? Where are we at on our upvotes? Holy crap! We're 2 upvotes away from an impromptu show that I set up 5 minutes before it went on the air because my watch came in 2-3 days earlier than I thought it would. Because I honestly, with the holiday, I thought Thursday or Friday. 5 minutes. 5 minutes, as OC would say. So, yeah. So I've talked about all those watches. I've even talked about the Explorer 40. I've talked about the Coulson Fire Edition. So I no longer have a dress watch, which was my CK859. I also no longer have a pseudo dress watch, which was the Polaris Automatique. I also no longer have a dive watch, that being my Polar SMP 300. I do indeed still have a blind dachshund and a whiny cat. 2 whiny cats, really. 1 whiny cat, 1 cat. Got a lot of food pictures. Let's see if there's any of these pictures here that show maybe something else I was considering. Obviously, the Deep Sea and the Ultra Deep. Love those always. But they're really big. I did discover those are really, really big. But I do like a big watch. I do indeed like a big watch. I was actually offered this, did not take it. Because it's not the one I want. And the just plain black one I think is kind of ugly. The helium escape valve, original gas escape valve ring lock system wording on that one really popped. Yeah, Gatsby says same here. I'm dodging requests to drive to the lakeshore for fireworks. Don't do it. Marco says New Year's Eve is amateur night. Best to stay home and off the roads. It's true. Doc Mick reminds us that we are now one upvote away from having to show you guys a watch you're going to hate. Oh my lord, what happened? How did that happen? What else we got in here? I know somewhere in here is some more pictures. I just post too much shit, too much food, too many pictures. There's an Aquaterra. There's a Seamaster. There's my original Rolex. Zenith, Defy Skyline. Maybe I bought a Christopher Ward 12 to replace that. The Tudor, the red bezel Tudor. Not a bad watch, but I prefer a ceramic bezel. The red was okay, but in the ceramic, it wasn't my favorite. Another Aquaterra, another Blind Dog, and Buckley's Cursed watch. One cool thing about wearing an Omega is when especially if it's kind of an interesting Omega like this one, if you show up at a watch event with it, I will say, when you show up at a watch event, you are guaranteed to see 14 different iterations of the same watch, that being either GMT Master 2 or a sub. Do we hit the 20? Did we hit 20 upvotes on this crazy ass stream? I'm showing 19. I just refreshed. Somebody downvote? Did George B downvote because he's afraid that it's an IWC? Next car, truck, minivan I move on will be sitting strong trades. Yes, good trades. Chris J insists it's 20. Let me refresh that again. Oh, it is 20. It is 20. All right. So before we unbox the watch, I'm showing 20 now too. All right. So we need to we need to ask some yes or no questions, I guess. See, this is where it's good to have like an OC or a Buckley or a Diego on the panel to help keep this stuff going properly. But there you go. Give me a hell yeah. George Marty says, God help us all. George is terrified there's an IWC box sitting next to me. Let's see. It is not, I've never owned this watch, Father Artifact. Oddly enough. Let's see. That side of the box has to be an Omega. Oh, shit. 22 upvotes. Jeez, oh, Pete. Caldi in the house. So no, I have never owned this watch before. And Gatsby is insistent that it's an Omega, but he hasn't asked it in a yes or no questions. I don't have to answer him. Logan Hall says, do you already own this brand? If so, how many of this brand pieces do you already own? Well, right now, I mean, going into today, just one. I've owned many of this brand. So, I mean, obviously it's an Omega. What else would it be? But I've never owned this Omega. So we'll get that. We'll get that out of the way right now. I have another big white box with a really cool wooden box inside it. Gatsby. He says, okay, OC has prepared you for your political career very well. Simon says, is it an Omega? It is indeed an Omega. You want to know something cool? It's a fairly new Omega too. But the date that it was sold, George Maurice. Thank God, at least it's an Omega. Oh man. Father Artifact. I've owned a couple Seamasters before. I've never owned this one. LHGS. What is an LHGS? I don't even know. But anyway, this watch was sold on December 2nd on my birthday. How cool is that? I didn't, I did actually, because there was a few that I was going back. I paid a couple bucks more for this one. A, because of the company, and B, because when they told me the date and they said December 2nd, I was like, well, yeah, why wouldn't I buy that? Let's see, the CK292. No, it is not a CK292. The Black Aqua, I really like that Black Aqua Terra Deer artifact. That is not what I purchased. Buckley, I love, and one of the reasons probably one of the reasons that this box is not that new Black Aqua Terra is because I want to see that turquoise one in person, and it's not been released yet. So, have you finally decided to get rid of the Polaris for the Planet Ocean you should have bought in the first place? Oh my God, Gatsby, you're like it is not an Ultra Deep. The freaking Gatsby is an amazing guesser. He knows me too well. I bought the Creamsicle. Couldn't help myself. It was a heck of a deal. It was damn near new. They even sized it for me before they sent it. I got it from our good friends at. Let me push the thing back in. I had to loosen the micro adjust all the way to get it back into the box. I was wearing it all day. And our good friends at the 1916 Company, who I really like. I like those people. I trust them. They gave us it was me, OC, Lucky Bastard Tony, Evan G. They gave us a really nice tour of the place and then let us play with a bunch of watches. That was kind of cool. But it is a big watch. Not on my wrist. Boom. The Creamsicle. I love the bracelet on this thing. I love that dial. It's not nearly as bright of an orange as it looks in some of the videos and pictures you see. It's really much more of a blood orange color. It has obviously 600 meters worth of water resistance that I'll never need to use. It's got the broad arrow hands. Brian would approve because both of them have the arrow on the end. It's got the 8900 movement with the quick set hour hand. It's got the really cool toolless micro adjust. The bracelet on this one, unlike the 300, does taper 3 millimeters, so it does wear good. Orko, thank you. Aldi. So yes, I bought the Creamsicle. Thank you, dear Artifact. Chris J, thank you. Gatsby. There's also March Mark. Congratulations and welcome to. Yes, that's right. You have the creamsicle. Yeah, we were talking about that the other day. Another cool thing about this watch is, you know what? Hold on. Let me hit the light real quick. Hold on. Let me turn down some lights. Maybe you can see. I don't know if the glow of the computer will make it dark enough. Fully loomed bezel. So the blue and the black have the liquid metal bezels. The orange is a fully loomed bezel. And the loom on this thing. So if you've ever had a 300M, you know that the loom is really great on that watch and it lasts a long time. George V, thank you, sir. Father Artifact, thank you, thank you. Have you seen the loom is nuts. Like, it wasn't even that sunny today. It rained a good part of the day, but the sun popped out here and there. And when I would walk it, like say I'd go out to appraise a car, and I'd come back in the dealership, and back in my office is there's a window, but they got one of those big stickers on the outside, so it darkens it a little bit, just enough. When you look down at it, you're like, holy shit. It's that thing looms like crazy. My old 300M really loomed well too. Let's see. Dark Mix says, "Ooh, love that watch." I know. Omega's my brand. It just is. I like Omega. Here's I know. So I go off on the big wrist thing too much. I go off on the Omega thing too much. But yeah, thanks, BW. Looks really. I appreciate that, Doc. It looks really. Yeah, it fits my wrist. I mean, it's thick. It's so like my Speedmaster, the new Speedmaster, I think it's 2 months old now, is 14.9 thick. This is like 16.2 or 16.3. It's a big piece. Congrats, Marco. Very you, isn't it though? I think the last two. I think I finally found my niche, my room. Ted, how are you? Again, the link is pinned at the top of the chat if anybody wants to jump on and yell at me and or congratulate me. Yeah, I'll take both. Okay, so I go on about the big wrist thing, and I don't know, my wrist isn't even that big. It's just 7.5 inches. But one of the things that Omega does that makes me so happy, they give you a variety of sizes. So this one's 43.5. My Speedy's 44.25. So those are decent sized watches. But the lug to lug is, I think this one's 49 and that one's 50. So they're not super long lug to lug to where they're unwearable or anything like that. It just they make watches for my size wrist. They also give you a prize for having a big wrist. So if you get an SMP 300, Seamaster Professional 300M, you get the caliber 8800 movement in it, single barrel, great movement, coaxial escapement, great movement. But when you move up to the bigger watch, the Planet Ocean, you get the caliber 8900. So you get double barrel movement, you get the quick set hour hand, you get a longer power reserve for having a big wrist. It's no wonder I don't have every one of their watches. The Cassie says you can actually navigate around a dark room just by the light of that light. It's bright. It is bright. It really is. March New Year resolution is to add the Aqua Timer to his collection and put George V into an IWC induced spiral. It could happen. It could happen. I almost bought the Aqua Timer. There was a guy who had one for sale, and if it was the black one, I probably would have bought it. He had the blue one, which I prefer the black one. It's just aesthetically, I really, really like the black one. But he had the blue one. He had the blue rubber strap for it. He had the black rubber strap for it, and he had the bracelet for it. The bracelet on that Aqua Timer is ugly, though. And there was a couple other watches I almost bought, and I ended up going with this one. I think that and the Pilot watches might be my favorite from IWC. Oh, the Angenieur, yeah, Angenieure's a nice watch. You're gonna really love that in the summer. Bright white dial and splash color. It's perfect boat watch. There you go. It's a cool watch even in the winter. And like I said, surprisingly, I've seen it before, but when you see it in a jewelry store and it's so bright in there, it does pop a little brighter. It's a little more. It's not quite as bright. I'm not going to say it's not bright orange on the bezel, but it's not quite as bright as you would think. It's not super, um, you know, a super bright watch. But I like the damn thing. You know, I just I just think it's really cool. And like I said, a loom bezel. It really does fit my wrist well. The watch box people were great. I was just like, you know, we came to an agreement. It was a couple $100 more than another one, but it was a couple months older. But I trust those guys. I've been there. I've met them. I've bought watches from them. There's something to be said for that. Yeah, I know people who have bought watches. I know people who've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars there. Um, yeah, so Orko, I'm down to 3 watches. And I have obviously the Planet Ocean, obviously the Super Racing, still my favorite. And then I picked up this Conquest VHP, cheap, which is actually a great. That's my shitter quartz watch with a perpetual calendar and is accurate to 5 seconds a year. Where am I going? So those are the best. Doc says I got 2 Omegas and they're just as nice as Rolex. They really are. There's something. I mean, you can go back and forth on different aspects of them. One of the things that I love about Omega, aside from size, making watches for my wrist, is the movement. The coaxial escapement is a really cool movement, and the fact that they are able to industrialize Dr. George Daniels' concept and make it a thing is pretty slick. I mean, it cuts down your service intervals to like 10 years. There's so little friction. It's just awesome. Yes, Dr. Bob, I did indeed get the Orange Planet Ocean. 43.5 millimeter watch. 16.2 thickness. We'll go look up the specs here in a minute. And a 12-2 card, a birthday card. 3 is the magic number. Those cover all your bases. Yes. John D's in the house. Good to see you, John D. Happy New Year to you. Hope you're having a great New Year. Yeah, I got, like I said, this was a good buy. It was a good buy. It's a relatively new watch. Got my birthday on the card. Where am I going? It was the way that I like to buy them. It was the brand that I love, size that I like. It's got an extra little crown on it with the helium escape valve. And just everything I like. I love this bracelet. It's so comfortable. The one on my Speedmaster is really comfortable too, and it really tapers. This one just tapers 3 millimeters, but it's like just enough. And it's really, the side links. You see how the links are oval, and they just articulate really well, and it drops straight down. Doesn't have male end links on the coming off, so it drops straight down. It does have the helium escape valve, which I've learned to love and accept over the years. George, thank you. I think it's a good looking watch. Looks good on my wrist. Like I said, I got big wrists. I don't like it. I don't need to wear a 50 or something like that, but I like something that fills out my wrist because I don't like the way small, and that's just a personal thing. It doesn't mean everybody, that I'm always right, but I like the way I like the watch to have a little bit of wrist presence. And this one at 49 lug to lug isn't overly huge. I mean, 43.5, and 16. Those two measurements are bigger, but the 49 lug to lug works really well for a lot of people, even a lot of smaller wristed people can wear this watch. George James built the coaxial off the Breguet natural escapement. Well, there you go. I did not know that. That's why we like to have people like John D in the chat to let me know. I just know the other thing I like about Omega, they make watches my size. You can get different colors, different iterations. You also get an open case back. I like that. I like sometimes to look at my movements, see what's going on. The lume bezel. I mean, did Rolex ever have a lume bezel? I don't know. I mean, even Omega doesn't do it that often. I think they do it on the two Bond watches and this watch that I know of. I'm not even sure they do another fully lume bezel. Even the other Planet Oceans don't have a fully lume bezel. You get the liquid metal injection into the bezel on the blue and the black. So those are all really cool things, really cool features. It's stuff that I look for in a watch. And they're always in my price range. I do okay. I'm not super wealthy. I don't want to have all my money tied up in watches. So I have rules, for where I'm at. And Omega normally fits what I'm looking for. And they make so many watches that I like. It's kind of my brand. What are you going to do? What on earth are you going to do? You deal with, the hand, you play the hand you're dealt, as they say. And you deal with the risks that you have. Mine happens to be 7.5 inches. I think you actually say verified 7.5 inches because I told them I need this size for a 7.5 inch wrist, and it fits. Omega has mastered larger bracelets. This and the large speedy bracelets are inexplicably comfortable. I think they invented a technology that prevents arm hairs from getting caught. Yeah, that too. You also don't get arm hairs caught in your Omega bracelet. But the other thing I love, and for you guys that don't know Omega that well, when I look at the case on this, one of the things I love those lyre lugs, the way they kind of looks like the way they build it, it makes it look like it twists in and out. And I think when you have this watch on, and you compare this to a sub, there's lyre lugs, the way that the end links drop straight out of the watch, and it gives it a curvature, a natural curve and move, that you don't get. John D says, "Good point, Gatsby Truth. Hold on, I gotta let this damn cat back in. She must have gone to the bathroom already. Hold on. I know. I'll just keep talking. You can listen to my cat crying. Hi, what do you want? Come on. There you go. There you go, Shadow. You are the noisiest cat ever. Yes. Remove that. You have your spot. All right. Cat's safe. Sounds like I was trying to kill the cat. You would swear. But yeah, so when I look at that, there's a not quite, it doesn't look as industrial to me, as a lot of the Rolexes. It's got a little curvature, just enough taper on that one. I love the way that they're easy. I don't know what they call it, but the extension works on these. It's just so easy to move. It's just, push the button and set it up. Uh-oh. Was Boston making a AP sales pitch yesterday? It happens. What do you do? I don't get into much of the AP talk because I really don't yearn to own an AP. It's not really. I love the bracelet on the Royal Oak. I don't love the watch, nor would I ever want to spend that kind of money on a watch. So like APs, Pateks, Longas, Vacherons. I love looking at those watches. I like listening to people tell me what makes them great and why they like them and don't like them and such. But it's not something it's like Rolex. When that's the other thing with Omega. Here, we'll go back to why another reason I like Omega. I can go buy an Omega. And I can buy a couple month old or Omega and not have to pay over retail for it. I can walk into an Omega AD and walk out with a relatively hard to get Speedmaster. There's something to be said for that too. I'm impatient. I'm an impatient mofo. If I decide I want to move on something, I want it. But that is the watch. So that actually makes me feel good because then I don't have to feel bad about posting pictures. I can post my pictures on Instagram. I did take a really cool lume shot of this thing today. Penn State's up 24-14 now. And they had the ball. Let me see. We're posting some of the. Oh, yeah. Cool lume shot. The lume is amazing on this. And like I said, so another thing I like about this watch, the dial. I'm going to turn the light back on. Hold on. So you can see it better. Bum, ba-da-dum, bum. Cat, what do you want? You just keep crying. It's annoying, Shadow Girl. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. All right. So the white on this. So my 300M white, that was super bright. They're both ceramic dials. They both have the chrome, but the white on this is more almost opaline white. It's a little creamier of a white than the Seamaster 300M white. So it just makes it work better. For me, anyway. And like I said, the orange, not quite as bright as it appears in a lot of videos and pictures that you see. Look at the taper. It's just enough taper on that bracelet. You want, and it's a big, heavy, thick bracelet because it's a big, heavy, thick watch. You want to keep it in place on your wrist. But I think it fits my wrist really well. Doesn't quite fill it out as much as the Super Racing does, but it really does the job. And I love the 1269. I wish they made a no date version of this with a 12369. That would be even cooler. I love the fact that the lume on these things is when they do the lume on an Omega dive watch, the pip and the minute hand are in green, everything else is in blue. So it's easy to set them up, to look at for time. So if you're actually using one of these for diving, which I don't think anybody really does, it's actually easier to use that way. It's just the best. It's a cool watch. I'm happy with it. It's a new Omega Planet Ocean. That was my Planet Ocean song. What'd you think? And Boston Low, yeah, he doesn't like when people count on one of his brands. I guess that seems like he'd be right to say unreasonable praise for AB. We have to be understanding the man's on a journey after all. He's on a journey, all right. Yes. It's like I'm on a mega journey. He's on a everything expensive journey. One of the things, actually, well, I'm really happy, actually, kind of where I'm at. Maybe add another piece. It'd probably be an Aquaterra. I think, Buckley, when I unboxed the Super Racing, he's like, maybe you could be a one brand guy. And the more I think about it, maybe I could be. Maybe I'm just an Omega guy. Is there anything really wrong with that? They make watches in the size I like, the styles I like, the prices I like. Why don't I just stick with the brand? Why don't I just stick with the Omegas? I'm going to go over to the Omega page here for a second. We'll pull up that stats on this bad boy. There it is. Boom. So you can see on this picture. Oh, what the hell? I hate these watch websites. I really, really do. What the fuck? I mean, seriously, why do they make these so ridiculous? But you see the chromium oxide underneath the handset, maybe. There's your caliber 8900 with your 2-barrel coaxial escapement, amagnetic. Well, let's go to the stats here. See if what I was telling you is the truth. 21 millimeters between the lugs, 49 lug to lug, 16.1 thickness, 43.5 millimeter case diameter in steel with the white dial. Dome scratch resistant sapphire crystal with anti-reflective treatment on both sides. I know some people don't like the anti-reflective on the top, but God, I've owned enough Omegas. I've never scratched one, and it looks like there's no crystal a lot of times. The caliber 8900 with a 60-hour power reserve. So it's steel photo over glass with comfort setting. I guess that's what they call it. And also a dive extension. Gotta have the dive extension. Omega boxes. Another thing that they do really well. These boxes. Hold on. Johnny O! Thank you, sir. D says nothing wrong with that, Mark. If you like Omega, enjoy buying what you like. Exactly. Gary Gatsby, it's one of the superb watchmakers in that mid-tier range. Oh, more Omegas than any other brand. They're great. Then I read somewhere the digital watch vault is no more. Gatsby says Omega has such a broad offering. It's one of the only brands that one can really find everything they need. Yeah, you know what they need? They need a true Flieger watch. Actually, Dear Artifact and I were talking on the stream on Sunday. What we would love to see them come out with is a recreation of their Dirty Dozen watch. That would be kind of cool. That would be kind of cool. One of the other things you get with Omega, bubble wrap in it, is These boxes are really nice. Like if you wanted to use these to display your watch, they're really nice boxes. Omega has it over Rolex all over as far as watch boxes go. And let's see if this is the new one. No, this one doesn't have. The other one I have has the travel case in it. Some of them do, some of them don't. I think it's the non-glossy one. I don't know what makes one watch because I've had them different years, and some of them are super glossy like this one. Some of them are a little aren't glossy. I actually prefer the look of the glossy one, but the inside of the other one. But yeah, so extra links, 2 links out. Oh, Omega swag bag. Did I leave my tags? Huh. I left the tags at the office. Bummer. But yeah, they do an excellent job with these things. These boxes are absolutely amazing. I think it's just something that comes. The other cool thing, maybe we'll go do that. Let me see if I can set that up without doxing myself. Your link. Hold on, put the links back in the box before I forget and lose them. So one of the other things you get with an Omega is not only your warranty card and you get what's called a pictogram card, which just kind of lists all the features of your watch on it. John D. Before I take off, just wishing everyone a happy new year. Looking forward to another orbit of the sun and more watches in 2025. 100%. Thanks for stopping by, John D. Always good to see you. So you get your master chronometer card. And what that is, God, these are hard to read numbers. Let me do this. Take a picture of the damn card so I can read the numbers. All right. So we are going to oh jeez. Why is this register my password? All right. My watches. I'll go in and get. I gotta update this shit too. Oh, I made myself too big. All right. I gotta update this. I don't know how the CK59 got listed twice, but anyway. Let's add a product. Oh God! Now I gotta type in this super long ass Omega serial number. Boom. No. Why did I type that? No, I don't want that. Oh, let's add this product. Okay. see my watch test results. All right, I'm going to make myself big again while I put in my serial number. Since the digital watch vault crashed the market, I don't want to give out all my stuff. And then there's an access code you can put in as well. But essentially, what that allows you to do, get the thing off there before I make myself small. So you can actually go look up your actual test results, your master chronometer testing results, which I always thought was kind of cool. I always thought that was an interesting feature of the Omega experience. So what we'll do, so 15,000 Gauss, boom. No, it shows you. So again, 15,000 Gauss anti-magnetic. Deviation of daily chronometric precision after exposure to 15,000 Gauss, 0.4 seconds a day. Average daily chronometric precision of the watch is when tested at 1.7 seconds a day plus. Power reserve, 60 hours passed. Deviation of chronometric position in 6 positions, 3.1 seconds a day. Deviation of chronometric precision between 100% and 33% of power reserve, 1.2 seconds a day. Water resistance passed 600 meters. Pretty slick. You can actually go, they'll show you how your watch did on the tests. How cool is that? I think it's kind of slick. What do you guys think? I do have to put in the have to remember tomorrow to put in the speedy and take out the other stuff. I've got the wrong Omegas listed under my account. Shocking. I've been through a few. I've had a few Omegas. That damn cat can't make up her mind where she wants to be. Crazy, I tell you. Insanity. That cat is insane. Well, there's only 6 people watching. Now the unboxing, that the deed has been done. I think Omega created a great tool to track watch flippers. Yes, 100%. I just think it's kind of cool thing that you can do on their site. Whoopsie. There you go. Yeah. So yeah, a few of these watches are no longer. I can remove the Aquaterra. I can remove the Diver 300M. I don't know how I listed the CK859 twice or why it let me do that, but hey, what the heck? Remove that. It's also a cool way to do a quick authentication to make sure that the watch is actually authentic too. Yeah, we got Penn State. Shit. And shut it down at the half there. Still 24-14. I mean, where's my remote? Hold on. Turn that back on, for God's sakes. Penn State. This is the quarterfinal game. Is that what they call it? I believe. Oopsie. Oh. Yeah, all right, commercial there. How are the Penguins doing? Penn State just intercepted a pass. Nice. Penguins are down to Detroit with 5 minutes left. 3-2. Bummer. Looks like they gave up a power play goal. Yes, Penn State just intercepted a pass. They're still 24-14 in the fourth. Trying to move on to the next round. Oh, that cat is insane, Doc. The cat is absolutely insane. She won't quit. She can't decide what she wants tonight. She's become so needy. She's an older cat now. I mean, she was 5 or 6 when I adopted her. Jeez, I've probably had her 5 or 6 years. Come on. All right. There you go. Now go to sleep, cat. So you got a third down coming up. Third and 1 for the old Nittany Lions. Woo! Why would you throw it on 3rd and 1? That's dumb. I just don't get it. I don't get it. There's no reason for that play, Johnny O. You just run the ball. Now we're going to punt. Oh, boy. Guys. Anybody else got anything? Does anybody else want to continue going on? Does anyone else love my watch as much as I do? Again, big chunky watch. 16, it says 16.1 on the Omega website. 43.5 millimeter case. Blood orange, fully lumen bezel. And the white ceramic dial. But this one, not as white as my old, it's not as bright as the old Seamaster was. It's really it's ceramic like that one was. Doesn't have obviously no wave pattern, but it's much closer to what you might consider an opaline white dial than a bright white dial. I mean, it's white, but it's not. It's got a little bit of a sheen to it. I believe, Doc, if you're still there, that this watch could qualify me to be in the Florida crew. It's kind of got like summery Florida vibe colors to it. I think that would get me induction into the Florida crew. I don't know. What do you think? Yes, I really like it. I really like to watch. Can't help it. It's really cool. Let's see if we can't do. It's not quite as big as my Speedy. So the Speedy is 44.25. It's a 50 millimeter lug to lug. But it's only 14.9 thick, which I thought was a thick watch before this one. But and this has the caliber 9920, the column wheel. I don't know if their defense got to stop or if we stopped ourselves. All right, we'll take an incompletion on first down. Let's go, State. We are Penn State. Anybody else got anything before we wrap this up, or do you want to keep going? I mean, the New Year's an hour and a half away. I'm sure there's much more fun stuff going on at the 24-hour mega stream or whatever's going on. Doc Mick, good night, everyone. Happy New Year. Congratulations. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Always good to see you. Yes. Hey, give me a little Florida crew cred. It kind of looks like it should be a Florida watch, don't you think? Let's ask Mathis. We'll have to ask the Mathis. Third and 21 coming up. I like it. Let's stuff them, get the punt, score, put these guys away, move on to the next game. I think Penn State was like 12.5-point favorites, even though they came in as the number 6 seeded team, and Boise State was number 3 for winning whatever random conference they're in. But Penn State ended up getting a good draw. Oh, come on, guys. Well, that just sucked. That just sucked. How can you give up that run on 39? Doc Mac, Florida crew for you. Boise is confused by the green turf. You can't give up a first down on 3rd and 21. That's just not good football. And Penn State defense should be better than that. I don't know, Johnny O. You tell me. These guys are playing like they don't want to win the game. Or at least they want to let Boise State stay in. Pass interference. Ugh. At least it's not a spot of the foul. Boom. I'm very happy with the new purchase. Very, very happy. It's a cool watch. Very happy it came in days earlier than I expected it to. The good people at a watch box. Your Notre Dame guy. My great uncle Francis was a big Fighting Irish guy. That was a good catch. Anybody else got anything? Being called away. Congrats again on the awesome watch, Mark. Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year, Gatsby. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. There we got here. We got 8 people hanging on. 23 upvotes for this show. There you go. Guys, what do you think? We'll go look at 2 things real quick. First, let's see. Let's go over. Another good place to buy a watch is always Nashville. Let's see if they got anything new in. It's been not a lot of stuff coming in. He's got a 22 Pepsi, a couple Speedies, a Hesalite, and a Sapphire. Don't need another Speedy. Tudor Black Bay Pro. Too small. I like the way that watch looks. It's just too small on my wrist. Too small. And a 39. I'll take a 43.5. Oh, we sold the Pelagos FXD. Sold the Sea Dweller 4000. Super Ocean. IWC, and one of the Sky Dwellers. Cool. Good for them. We'll head on over to our good friends at the 1916 company. See if they got anything new in. I know one of the things, I know a watch they have, or at least they've had it. They accept their cookies. Jeez, oh Pete. They've had this one for a while. They really haven't reduced the price on it, though. This is that Coulson. I love this watch. Super cool watch. Carbon fiber case, 3D printed, applied airbags, a gradient red dial, 1,000 pieces. I think is what they made. That one's number 954. The airline seatbelt buckle clasp and deployment. Just a cool watch. Good watch. Let's see what came in. Let's see what's come in here lately. Here you can really go crazy on some of the stuff they got. They got an Evolution 9 chronograph. That's a big watch. Grand Seiko Heritage. A couple of Reversos. A Chronomat. More Grand Seikos. Yeah, some stuff coming in. Good price for pre-owned Aquaterra and or Seamaster diver. So Seamasters, depending on the age and the color, probably like 35 to 4, I would think. I think the Aquaterras are kind of in the 4s. The Aquaterras are in the 6s new. They seem to trade in the 4s, up to 5, depending on which one. And then you know, but they're good buys. Aquaterra is an amazing watch. The Seamaster Diver. So a couple of things I like about this watch more than the Seamaster Diver. Let me pull one up so you can see what I'm talking about as we're talking. Go 300M. So pull up a green one here. So the Seamaster Diver, one of the things that I like better about this watch is the fact that has the scalloped bezel. It's a little hard to get a good grip on it to use it. Whereas this one has a coin edge bezel, which is easier to use, and it's got a better click. So it just sounds better. 120 cook bezel. I like the bracelet better on this. So that bracelet on the 300M is non-tapering, and it's kind of 90s looking still. It's not horrible. I mean, it wears well, but it just the look isn't quite there. It's not quite as comfortable without the taper, and it's you know, I like the helium escape valve on this one. It looks just like a regular crown. Get your big hair. You can see it's got that kind of Reese's peanut butter cup look on the 300M, whereas on this one, it just kind of looks like a regular crown. You know, if you're gonna have one, might as well make it look better. As Brian said, likes to say, I like to have extra stuff. Missed the field goal. Hit the upright. Nice. All right, now let's go score and put the game on reach. Nittany Lions. So they're, the wave pattern dial is cool. It really depends on what you like. I actually like the dots and sticks on that watch on the 300M. They're good. But you can get good buys on those. You can get those in the threes for, a really nice watch. And you're still on that watch, unless you get one of the specialty ones. You're going to have the 8800 versus the 8900. So it's a single barrel coaxial versus the double barrel, but it's still a beautiful watch. Still the ceramic dial. You can see over here the chromium oxide. Same clasp as on both watches. Same comfort extension on both. Same diver extension on both. I mean, it's a fine watch. Ceramic bezel, ceramic dial, Menace certified. You lose 5 hours of power reserve. All these silicone hairspring Omegas, with the exception of the chronographs. So the Speedy runs at 5 hertz. The rest of them run at 4 hertz. The rest of them run at a quirky 3.5 hertz, as Tim Masso would say. But and the Planet Ocean Chrono Titanium is an awkwardly thick watch. It is a thick watch. I don't think it's awkwardly thick, but it is thick. I find it to be pleasantly. Peasant Johnny O asked, actually. So there you go. Damn, for the second time in my life, I'm going to put someone at a timeout. There's 8 people. We're going to have one guy ruining everything for everyone. What do you do? Anybody else got anything? And before we move on with our lives, head towards the new year and a Penn State victory. And 23 upvotes. If you haven't hit the upvote, please do. I would appreciate it. Penn State got the ball back after the missed field goal. Bit my tongue earlier. I was eating some wings. I stopped at Wingstop and got some hot wings for dinner. delicious. Got some ranch for the fries, some blue cheese for the hot wings. I went regular hot wings tonight. Kind of felt like some hot wings, buffalo kind of style. All right, so we got 2nd and 9. There we go. First down. Pick up 13, 14 yards. Perfect. Keep moving the ball. Let's go. We are Penn State. So Johnny, I've owned a couple SMP 300s. They're great watches. I just really aesthetically, I prefer this one. I don't mind the thickness because again, my Speedy's basically 15, so it's not that much thicker. It works for me. The Aquaterra, I think, is the greatest go anywhere, do anything watch on the market. It's own a few of them. They're great. Excuse me. Get some water. A little Propel water. Let's see here. I think. Oh, there's my first Aquaterra. Get a better picture of it. There's a picture of it. Boom. That was my first Aquaterra, Johnny. I had that one for 5 years. It's a great dial. Beautiful watch. Hard to beat. 3rd and 8 coming up. All right. We've got to convert this. Keep the offense on the field. Keep the drive going. Boom. Johnny, yo.
How you doing?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
Top of the world.
What's happening?
Well, apparently my TV is about 10 seconds behind yours. So, so I'm, yeah.
I think a lot of it has to do with your service provider. I have the FiOS. I know some friends with the Comcast. I always seem to be a little bit ahead of them.
Yeah, I have a division of Comcast. It's Xfinity.
Yeah.
But it's got to get all the way from Arizona to here. So. I wasn't knocking the watch.
Oh, no. You're fine.
The
how long ago? Which one did you have?
I don't know what the reference was. It was
was it an 8500 movement or an 8900 movement?
It was probably 5-6 years ago.
It was right on. I think 2000.
Maybe 7 years ago. Yeah.
2016. They went to the 89. Did it say master chronometer on it or just chrono? Did it say coaxial?
Yeah.
Okay, that was the newer movements. That was the 8900.
I just don't
have thicker. The previous generations were a little bit thinner.
Yeah.
Penn State.
Apparently I don't have the manly wrist to pull it off. So
yeah, what are you gonna do? It is what it is. It's just funny because people say, "Oh, it's too big, it's too thick, it's too wide," and I look at it on my wrist. I'm like,
yeah,
it's just fine.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. Feels good, looks good.
It's funny. I was just sitting here watching the game, flipping through watches, and I was just looking at Planet Oceans.
Uh-huh.
Uh-oh.
think you might be 30 seconds behind. You're just saying, oh no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a 55-yard run.
So you'll play the winner of the ND Georgia game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That'll be interesting to see. I don't know which Notre Dame team shows up, or which Georgia team shows up.
Yeah. Who's playing? Their quarterback's out, right? Beck.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just tough. Georgia. Yeah, they've had some bad games this year.
Yep.
Kind of surprisingly, but boy, when they're on, are they good?
Yeah, the speed is just unbelievable.
Oh, man, it's like a pro team.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Tell me about the Aquaterra. I never had one.
Oh my god, it's one of my favorite watches.
Better than the Diver?
Oof. Yeah, I would say better than the 300M.
Yeah.
100%. You get a better movement, so you get the 8900 double barrel movement in the Aquaterra, in the 41 millimeter Aquaterra.
Okay.
It's got that. It's not a bad picture I have up there, but man, the dial has depth, and it's just they just do a really nice job with it. You know, that the minute track being kind of set just a hair sub of the dial.
Mm-hmm.
It really makes the watch pop. It really has a lot of pop. That gray with the blue hands is almost like a metallic blue handset and indices. I mean, it's just a really beautiful watch and works well. Crown. The only complaint I would have will be the crown is really stiff. It's not going to break.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But it is a picture of it. The Applied Omega and logo and lettering. 6 o'clock day is really nice. The crown can be a little stiff. So the only thing I didn't like about it is if I had to wind it up, it was you get a little, by the time you're done winding up, it was a stiff wind. I mean, easy to use, quick set hour and stuff, but just a little tedious if you had to wind it. If it was dead and you had to wind it 30, 40 times, you're like, oh, you felt
fatigued, huh?
Yeah. Very, very stiff, but good.
I had a Diver. It was probably from 2009 or so.
Okay.
And I liked it. I liked how it fit.
Oh, yeah.
Even though the taper is a little annoying when you look at it, but
the lack of taper, and that's it. It's visual. It wears fine.
Yes, I agree.
It wears really good.
Yeah,
but visually, and I think it looks a bit dated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It needs an upgrade.
Yeah, if they made one like that Planet Ocean and just put that on there.
Yeah. Because this bracelet is really, really
cool. Yeah.
It looks good.
I'm looking at this Aquaterra on the screen, and I have a Rolex OP41.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking they're too similar.
They are very similar.
Yeah. I was thinking about getting another Diver just to knock around in.
Yeah. Now the crown on the Diver, amazing watch. I mean, just so it's buttery, silky smooth.
It's like you're not even winding it. It's just,
it just really, really works well and easy. Wanted to see if I had the picture. I know I have it. I just don't know where it is in this mishmash of pictures that I have. Of
eggs and eggs and eggs.
Yeah, eggs and food and watches and dogs and You name it. Watches I've owned. Watches I don't own anymore. God, I own a lot of watches, Johnny. Check this out. You like this? Southwick, Massachusetts.
Oh,
Youth hockey guy.
76.
Just means I'm old.
Did you see my pathetic Blackhawks today?
No.
Mm.
Hey, here's what happens when they cut your chest open.
Oh. Ooh.
Somebody once on one of the streams said, "Oh, you're just making that up." I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Because that's something I'd want to make up.
Yeah, right.
But here, how about a picture?
A little stolen valor, huh?
Yeah, you know. I don't know what I did with those.
I'm sure you would have rather not had that done.
Yeah, life.
Or have to have that.
Yeah, I mean, would have been a little easier for a while there, you know. I had a picture of my Aquaterra and an OP41 next to each other.
Okay.
I was trying to find it because then you can really see that how they are similar in a lot of ways. I prefer the Aquaterra look a little bit, but I love the OP. I think the OP is really underrated Rolex. You know. Oh, here it is. Oh no, it's not the Explorer 40. Let's see what's in here. Oh, those are just tutors.
Explorer, there you go. Oh, there's one right there, right?
Yeah. Unfortunately, Instagram cut off the.
Yeah.
Sometimes Instagram cuts off some of the stuff, but there you see the three of them.
Yep.
Yeah, but the OP is such a beautiful watch, and so is the Aquaterra. They're both absolutely really cool watches. But I will tell you this: the Aquaterra bracelet, the new one's really nice. They only offer it on a couple models. The normal Aquaterra bracelet with those high polished center links, it's a little bit of a scratch magnet, and it's not the most comfortable in the summer. Like when your wrist heats up, there's no easy adjust on it.
Okay.
So if you're looking for something to beat around in, I recommend. Do you like rubber straps or do you like the bracelet?
I like bracelets.
Yeah. So the other thing you can do, it's expensive, but hold on. Let's scroll up here a little bit. Did we get another interception? Nice. Let's see. I know because I put mine on I bought the mesh, the Omega mesh.
Yeah.
Now the issue there, no micro adjust, but taper, beautiful. You have to like this straight bar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
But beautiful bracelet, really high quality.
Did yours come on the rubber strap? And
mine came on the bracelet, and I switched it over to this for a while.
Okay.
But they're really great watches, and I think these are only like somewhere around 11 or 12 thick. They're not super.
Yeah, that's what I was surprised when I had it. It was really fit well on your wrist.
Yeah, it says 13.6 on the website. It doesn't feel that thick.
No,
I think a lot of that's at bottom crystal, which kind of sinks into your. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Show up as much, but they're great beater watches. You know, I mean, just beautiful. I mean, the zirconium oxide dials are amazing. I like the dot and slashes that they have on these. I just think it works well.
Yep. it was just a solid. I mean,
Yeah,
just solid.
this is a solid watch. It's a good watch.
I mean, I don't know. It just felt like it was a solid, well-made machine.
I agree.
Yeah, these streams are horrible. I was perfectly content in my life with my Submariner forever.
Exactly. They suck you right in, you know?
Mm-hmm. And then I've tried umpteen other things, and I recently just traded some watches for a Sky Dweller.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I had, what did I do? I had a Datejust, two-tone Datejust. I like them all. And then I got rid of that. And what did I buy? I don't know. I went back to a neo vintage-ish Coke.
Oh, yeah.
Which was cool, but it doesn't feel like a modern Rolex.
No. I had my last Submariner, my last Submariner was a two-tone black aluminum bezel. That's how long ago it was.
Yeah. I mean, I had one from 20-something years ago, and I wore it for every day for 15 years. And
I think I remember you saying that. Yeah.
Loved it. And then the ceramic came out, and I was like, oh, wow, let me have that.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it wasn't the same. And I wish I never sold the first one, but I did.
Mm.
And then I've had a Deep Sea. I've had a.
Oh, you had the Deep Sea?
Yeah, I did.
Watch.
That was a thick watch.
Yeah.
And
that's
then
like, over 2 millimeters thicker than the Planet Ocean.
Yeah. And then I traded down to the Sea Dweller 43.
That's a nice watch.
Yeah. And then I think I went to the Datejust, and then I went to the the Coke.
Okay.
And it wasn't Rolex-y enough for me. So I needed the fluted bezel and the command ring of the Sky Dweller. So it's cool. I got it from European Watch Company.
Cool.
Good dealing with them.
Yeah, that's another good company. It's important. Good company is important.
Yep. And yeah. So I was looking to add maybe a diver back. And I'm glad I talked to you, because that Aquaterra looks too much like the OP.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very similar watches.
Mm-hmm. You must really love this watch to have foregone the football game. You're a giver. You're a giver.
I'm a giver. I turned it off. It was halftime, so I was like, we'll see if anybody. I didn't know if anybody would be around. I'm like, we'll just see if anybody cares. And evidently someone did.
That's cool. Thanks for sharing. That's nice.
Yeah. I actually
did it come this morning? Did it come today?
Yeah, 10 o'clock this morning.
Nice.
Like I said, I didn't expect it till Wednesday or Thursday because of the holiday, and they originally said 2-day shipping. So I was like, I probably get it Thursday, maybe Friday, who knows, with the holiday, and you know what I mean. So the fact that it was here today, I was shocked. When I woke up this morning, I had an alert saying, "Hey,
you said 1916 company."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like them. They're a little more expensive
on
some things, but I really trust them. Like I said, I went over the summer. I set up. They had offered me a tour, so I went and I met Mr. G and OC, Evan, and Lucky Bastard Tony. And so I asked Allie, the girl that offered the tour, and she's like, "Oh, please, you know." So they not only gave us a tour of the facility, but then we got to go in this really nice room with couches and stuff, and they brought out like 3 trays of really cool watches for us to look at. Yeah,
That's
asked
cool.
if there was anything we wanted to see. They had Mosers and Pateks and stuff. Yeah, I mean, it was all kinds of aqua timer. She brought an aqua timer for me to look at.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a good time.
That's funny.
It was really good. Yeah, but it was cool. It was a good trip. So
Yeah, well, they're in the same state, but miles away, right?
yeah.
Other side of the state.
Other side of the state.
Hmm.
About a 5.5 hour drive, I guess. 5 hour drive, something like that.
Wow. It's funny. You track packages, and they'll be at a regional facility, which is an hour from here, and then it goes somewhere else that's 4 hours from here.
Well, it's funny because this package went to Indianapolis from Pittsburgh.
From Philadelphia to Indianapolis
To Pittsburgh.
to Pittsburgh. Nice.
Yeah.
Well, it
Crazy.
got there. It
Just-
got there.
It did.
So when were you looking for this, or were you just
I was
scrounging
looking
around
in
and saw
place.
a deal, or
So I was looking to replace the 300M.
okay?
So, and this was one of the considerations.
Hmm.
And then there was a GMT version of this that I like as well, but I was like, I really need the GMT
Yeah.
diver. You know what I mean? Like does that really need to be a thing? I like the blue version as well.
Hmm.
Blue version doesn't have the illuminated bezel.
Oh.
It's the liquid metal bezel,
Okay.
which is cool in its own right. But I love that lume bezel.
Hmm.
You know?
Did you get rid of your diver?
Yeah, I sold my
Yeah.
diver.
Yeah.
And yeah, I want to stick to, I have this quartz Longines. It counts, but doesn't count. I've got a couple shitters too.
Yeah, me too.
But,
We all do.
but it really, the idea is to have a 2 or 3 main watch collection that
Yeah.
I can rotate,
Yeah. Well, we're a similar age and similar part in our
Yes.
careers, and it's like, what am I gonna? Why do I need to keep doing this?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh,
But I will. Just
Yeah,
like you will.
it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So, well, it looks like they're running a Colony live special now.
Okay.
Maybe head over there.
Okay.
I appreciate you coming on.
Absolutely. I feel bad. I always listen to you. I'm in the car on Sunday mornings. I go
Oh, you're fine.
play
That's-
some sports, and I'm like, I should hop on. And then I come home and I do chores, and I'm like,
It happens. It's always nice to talk to you, sir.
yeah, great to talk
I
to
still
you.
remember the first time you came on in the back room. I was on. OC was giving you the girl.
Yeah. So,
But yeah, that was good. So, but yeah,
Yeah.
I always enjoy talking to you.
oh yeah, your streams are great. I love them. So,
Thank you.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, and
All right.
I will. We'll all be on this Sunday.
All right, sir. Well, you hope 25 is a wonderful year for you. And,
Absolutely, you as well.
thank you.
Happy New Year.
Yes, sir.
See you soon.
All right. Thanks.
Guys, we're gonna end the stream. It looks like there's a Colony stream going on live. You should go check that out. That would be worth your while, I would imagine. And I'll talk to you all soon.
Thanks, Mark.
All right, thanks, Joya. We're gonna leech our way out.
All right.